All right, so this is part 5. I'm gonna show you like a little quick demo. You just rotate. You know this. You know the deal. Rotate. Now, the thing is, the hexagonal body at a point where it's like a roof, right? It's going down both sides. This narrow area here. This is X-Acto's hungry, right? It gets into that a lot easier than the flat face. So that's something to think about as you rotate. You can kind of bite into the narrower parts, like I was saying about the architect's points. Once you have the smaller surface, this relatively larger surface area, right? This blade likes to dig into that. Well, in the same way, when you have, let's see, when you have these sort of two faces, and you got a ridge, right? It's a lot easier to bite into that than the flat, slick. Oh, and it's real sharp, it doesn't really matter, but it's a subtle thing. So we want to expose this guy a little bit with even pressure all the way around. Otherwise, you get that snap. I think this is probably from earlier when I broke the tip just for start out with a blunt point. So you rotate, dig into it, rough shape, and then sort of come around again. It's like, a little bit of carpentry or wood carving, and you expose it, and just be very careful. Both hands, are fully engaged, holding it. Obviously, always cut away. Follow safety. Don't be an idiot. Don't do it while you're drunk, distracted, etc. Sometimes the littlest thing and you'll, have to start over. So when you get to these these little guys, you clean them up if they're gonna come loose or get in the way. Because sometimes what'll happen is it'll just, it'll fall while you're drawing and then screw everything up if you're smudging or whatever. So just be a standard taper. And you want to look at it, right? You want to look at the silhouette. Rotate it around. Doesn't have to be perfect each time, especially if you're using it fast. You want to spend more time drawing than sharpening. You can even just, with an H or harder, you can even just do a flat. If you're in a rush, if you're out there like, you're not in your studio, and you just want to quickly, you can get, let's see, just that sort of lopsided, that'll work. It's not centered, but that'll work. You don't have to rotate it to around fine needle point every single time. This will do fine for a lot of strokes. Just one side, but let's just make it, let's round it out. So we obviously have this dusty tip. So what I'll do is I'll take a dry, used baby wipe. It's kind of like a felt, right? I can just do it in one stroke usually, but that's enough. It's not a chamois, but you can always toss it really easy, no problem. Recycle them since you can't flush them. So that's it. Pretty basic stuff. You guys, let me know If you like this kind of stuff, I'll make more of these. Alrighty.